Alright, let's do some more Monster Train. Covenant 7 now. I've just unlocked this lady, Madam Lion's Mane, so I will probably play her. And then for Allied Clan, we're going to go with... maybe Luna? Apply Decay 2. Kind of seems like it might combo with Pyre Gel, honestly.
Love you.
Love you too, coach.
Luna Coven is Luna Coven's okay. Maybe we'll just do Luna Coven because it's lowest level. If we do Luna Coven, we might unlock the other champion, which means we'll get something new to try out next run. Higher Heart, what have we got? I still think the Life Mother's Pyre seems really, really strong. With Decaying as well, copying card is probably going to be the best thing I can do. Covenant 7, they're no longer an empty wave before bosses. I don't think that'll matter too much. Alright, let's do it. Chosen of Savagery, Scion of Savagery, and Spikes. These don't seem too bad if I'm doing mostly spells and thingy Decay. We've got Gooey Flask, seems like a fine card. Meddler, Meddler's not going to be that useful. Although Meddler is nice with Astrologer. That's kind of nice combo to have. I suppose we don't really know what we're doing yet. We might not do full Decay stuff. Kind of depends what the champ can do. Ability Man-Eating, what is this? Apply sap to Decay 5 to a unit. That's quite a lot of damage. Has a cooldown of 1, so you can use it every turn. That's pretty good. Or apply Decay 1 to enemy units. When a unit gets Decay, it gets +2 stacks. And this happens every turn as well. So this is already going to be apply free Decay. Depends on how good do we think sap's going to be. We do have... we did start with apply sap, right? We start with these gooey flasks. So we can stack sap realistically on bosses. Sap is very good. But this hits the whole row. I think we're going to go Spore Singer and we're going to try and lean into it. After deployment, summon a random unit on each floor or restore 10 health to the lowest friendly unit on Moon Cycle. This thing's kind of good, but this with our double Meddler start. I think we're going to try this. This gives us some potential healing. Is sap better than Decay? Well, they're different things. Like, they're not. Sap is good because if you sap the boss a bunch, you can just kill him without him hurting you. But Decay is the actual win condition of the deck. I think -1 energy is the worst possible, but we do have Witch Weaves that cost 0. And it's the first wave. I really think that this is basically a free roll almost always. With these, we're going to take some Pyre damage for sure, because with -1 Ember, we're not going to be able to play these Vengeful Shards consistently. Alright, let's get Madam Lion's Mane down here. With the Shield Steward? Or with an Astrologer? Let's put a Shield Steward. Let's put the Astrologer on floor 2 with a Shield Steward. This is gets +4 a turn, I assume, because the moon always cycles. Yes, this just gets +4 attack a turn, regardless. And we've drawn our Meddler. We already kill everything. We just need to do 5 damage to kill this guy. Sap doesn't do much. We actually don't have 5 damage, just have 1. Kind of don't... Actually, no, I should play. I forgot he had the ability. I was going to say I don't want to play him because I want to save the cycling for healing, but he has the ability, so... we can use the ability to cycle for healing. I'm gonna save the other space. Although, to be fair, I had no more Ember, so it wouldn't really make any difference. Alright, let's see what we've got here. So if we moon cycle, this guy should heal. This is really strong. This like Decay 1, just always clearing the low hit point backliners. Very, very good. Also has the status enhancer, which improves our spores touch. Alright, we're definitely doing this. The only question is, are we doing another one, or are we playing the Vengeful Shard? How much do we think we need to... I'm actually going to do this as well. Give this guy some strength, give this guy some healing. Yeah, I don't know how much we need to decay this guy, or if we can just save the extra hit point. I think we can just save the hit point. I believe that's okay. I'm not too worried about this. Like, it's just not a very strong... It's just not a very strong wave, right? Yeah, like, these guys are already dead. Can we play another meddler? We can. Let's do that. Get some more strength and some more healing. This is really... This circle of cycles is very nice. And then we'll spore touch this dude. And then might as well Witch Weave. This ability is just super strong in the early game. This like apply decay thing is extremely strong early on. I think we want to play this? I think we play this, and then I don't know if the decay is going to be more better or worse than the sap. I think the decay is going to be better. Okay, the decay kills him, so that seems like it's definitely better. Sure. Very easy first fight. This ability on this champ is just a free roll for the first fight. The amount of damage the decay does, it just kills everything. So I think we're just looking to build into decay. Spawn is not really what we're doing at all. We are very far away from spawn being relevant. Having said that, having random mushrooms appear is very useful for tanking. Plus, it is just nice to have it's nice to have some spawning in case we find things that synergize with spawn, which there are a lot of. So potentially I'm just going to take the Infectory. Although the growth room seems excellent. If we can find a growth room, that'll be better than the Infectory. Loam Coat, I think, is always good. Oh, it comes with the Ember. I don't want that. Could just take the spawning pods. Let's take the Infectory. Let's try it out. Gravity, deal 5, New Moon Descend, Full Moon Ascend. This is pretty powerful. Like, we have good control of the moon cycles with our 2 meddlers. I don't really want Bloody Moon. That's not what we're doing. Consume, restore 20 health, apply Conduit 4. Conduit is nice. But Conduit isn't going to affect Sap and Decay, which is our main plan. So we'll take the Gravity. I didn't check where the Calcified Ember was. I didn't take the Calcified Ember, did I? No, okay, cool. Do I want a Lunar unit or an Underlegion unit? We're more likely to go Merchant of Steel and Lunar Coven banner next turn. So I think we'll go Merchant of Magic this turn. Although, do I even want to upgrade anything? I'd maybe upgrade Gravity. I guess like Spore Touches. Not really though. Our starting cards are not that exciting. Rally, apply Decay. That seems really good. Spell chain plus -1 cost on a spore touch seems pretty good. Or holdover and -1 cost and you just play it every turn. It's really good against the bosses. Although I don't know how good Decay 2 really is. I'm not sure we want to be drawing Decay 2 every turn. So I like doing Spell Chain and -1. Is there a card we duplicate? I don't think there is yet. Let's do Spell Chain on Spore Touch and then make it cost 0. That way every time we can draw it we can play 2 copies of it. Plus magic power, yeah, just make one of the Witch Weaves do something. That seems fine. It did seem like the appropriate response, Coach. Can we do Mark of Invasion? It's not ideal, but I think yes. We might have to deploy our champion on the top floor to deal with the Mark of Invasion. Oh, we can do Spore Launcher on the top floor. Yeah, this guy will handle the Mark of Invasion for me. Then we can put her down here with a steward. Put the Astrologer in the middle. Oh, I shouldn't have put Astrologer in the middle. He's probably going to die to the Mark of Invasion. Yeah, that was a mistake. We actually drew really well, so maybe we can save him. We didn't draw a way to trigger this guy, though. That sucks. I can just send or ascend this guy. That'll save him. That seems pretty reasonable. Okay, so let's definitely do this. I think he goes to the back. Yeah, that's fine. Not having a way to summon to hit these guys with the Decay is very sad. But I guess we just do this. Not the worst thing ever. And then we're gonna need to start working on these guys as well. I believe this is the appropriate plan, honestly. We need to find some meddlers. Where's the Infectory and a meddler? Okay, this is good. Might have to sacrifice the meddler because he hasn't got a tank. We'll put the Infectory here. And then we'll Witch Weave this dude. And then, can we keep the meddler alive? Looks very unlikely. But he's probably still worth playing. It heals 10 down here, it buffs this guy. Let me do this. It heals again and buffs. Yeah, I can't remove that guy. He's gonna go to 29. Oh, this guy has 30 damage? Wow, Spore Launcher is super good. So we can just afford to do this. Okay, that seems fine. Spore Launcher plus the Infectory is already a combo. So actually we want to put Spore Launcher down here instead of Shield Steward. I don't know why I didn't do that. Alright, because of the Mark of Invasion. Yeah, that's why. I had to deal with the Mark of Invasion in this run. Spear Steward? No, I'm just going to play this. I'll do this to get another Shroom. $266. Definitely just going to play Gooey Flasks. That didn't do as much extra damage as I expected, honestly. Is the Spore... I don't know if the Spore Touch is going to be better than deploying a guy here for next turn. Yeah, it is, right, because we have Status Enhancer. What's up, Ensorga? Thank you for the raid. Yeah, this is definitely correct. Like, he should just die from Decay on floor 2. Yeah, my guy gets to put Decay at the start of every fight. Yeah, he's just dead. He's dead to Decay. So we'll just play this Vengeful Shard. Actually not quite dead to Decay, but still not quite dead to Decay. Alright, well, he definitely dies on spawn 4-3. I'm a little surprised he didn't die to Decay yet. Alright, cool. Proliferate, that's really good. That's very good. That'll increase our sap and our decays. Oh, but it comes with the Ember. Do not like the Ember. It is just the best card here by quite a lot. So I think we'll just accept the Ember. Another Meddler? I like another Meddler. I like the Meddler. I like the Phase Blessing. I don't know if I like the Moon Pixie. The Moon Pixie's okay. I think I just want another Meddler. It's just so good with the healing. Yeah, we're definitely going to go this way. See what unit we get. If it is New Moon, gain 10 attack and 15 hit points. He's okay. I think the Nightingale is better. They're both kind of whatever, though. We have pretty good control over the moon phases. So the question is, do we want attack or do we want tank? Given that we're going to play Spore Launcher in front of Madam whatever her face is on the bottom for sure. We sort of have, I mean, Astrologer is sort of damaged, so maybe we want the tank to go with Astrologer. Sure. He's so expensive though. Ornate mirror stands alone, unanchored to any wall or frame. Its glass ripples like some sort of portal. Curious, you pick up a small piece of scrap and toss it toward the mirror. The glass shimmers as the scrap disappears without a trace, until two identical pieces of scrap come hurling back out. It seems this mirror could be used to multiply your forces. How will I use the mirror? Copy a card or copy a card 5 times. It's a little early for this. But copy a card 5 times is insane. I really wish I'd gone to the merchant first, because if I could have made this one size, I would have copied 5 of these for sure. Because that guy's just ridiculous. Like if I find a smidge stone, I would have put it on him and then copied him 5 times. We could copy like this Spore Touch 5 times. We have a lot of decay, but then we need a lot of card draw to make up for it. We could copy the Proliferate, but it's not upgraded. This mirror is a little early in the run. I think I'm just going to copy this once. I think copy 5 is going to fill my deck up too much. That is an unfortunate event to get there, though. Didn't get the smidge stone. Dualism is insane on this dude here. That is very strong. Speedstone, I'm not particularly interested in. I'd probably put it on the Astrologer, if anyone, but I don't really care about it. This guy, I need to save the other upgrade slot in case I can ever get Smidge Stone. The Smidge Stone is absurd for him. Could just make a Meddler beefier. Whatever. I want to save one of the slots here for multi-strike. Maybe just giving him some more hit points is not unreasonable. Duplicate, we didn't really get anything we want to duplicate. We do want to purge the Ember though. Pretty sure that's all I'm going to do. I might upgrade some attack. I don't think it's that relevant though. I'm just going to leave it. In Monster Train 1, the event can only appear in Ring 3. Interesting. This is... yeah, this is Ring 3. It does feel a little bit like they were a little lazy with the events. in Monster Train 2. There's like a lot of events from Monster Train 1 just put into Monster Train 2. Alright, we want this guy with Spore Launcher in front. And then the boss has this thing where he hits you if there's not a unit on the floor. But that, I think that doesn't matter enough. I guess we could do Astrologer. Yeah, Astrologer has enough hit points now. We could play him here and then Shield Steward here. Might be overthinking his ability a little bit too much. It's 5 damage to the pyre. Yeah, I'm okay with how this went. Let's get a Shades Guard here. This dude wants it to be New Moon. It is currently Full Moon, but we have no way to change that, so whatever. And let's Spore Touch the boss. Or just play a Spear Steward? No, I want to save space for my Meddlers. We'll just start putting some Decay on this guy. And this card does basically nothing. Yeah, this card does basically nothing. We need to find some way to make shrooms down here. Preferably before this dude dies. There isn't really a lot to do on this turn. My hand is kind of terrible. Like, Spore Touch the boss, or this guy is the best. Almost certainly the boss. And then, I guess, honestly, I think Healing 1 might be the best play. I assume this thing, yeah, every time... Moon Cycle happens every turn, so my lowest hit point guy heals 10 every turn. Because of this relic. Yeah, that's super good. This game looks very much like Slay. It's pretty different from Slay, honestly. I think like that's actually kind of what makes it good, is that it's not just a Slay clone. Because like a lot of the games that are just Slay, you're like, why would I not just play Slay? But this one just is like enough different from Slay that it's actually interesting and worth playing. These guys are pretty beefy, so let's Decay a little bit here. I don't think we have to Decay a lot, because these guys are going to handle it, so we can probably Spore Touch now. And then the Gooey Flask. I'm actually going to play it down here, because I really want to keep the Spore Launcher intact until we draw the card that makes mushrooms. It's the Monster Train music, Jamie. We drew Meddlers, that is good. So we're going to Spore Touch this guy twice. We're going to play the Vengeful Shard. I have to decide between 2 Meddlers. We're definitely playing 1 Meddler. So this guy gets buffed at the end of turn. Where he wants to be New Moon. Okay, let's activate. The question is, do I play the other Meddler and activate, or do I play the Gooey Flask? I think the Flask is better. Yeah, it's just, look, it's such a reduction in damage. The Gooey Flask is pretty great. As soon as you hit Metal Riff, you get excited. Monster Train has like only metal jams. We did draw the other Meddler, which this guy wants it to be New Moon, so let's play the other Meddler. We drew another one of these. And we drew the Infectory, which is very exciting. The Infectory is going to be huge. This is currently Descend. I don't think I want to play it. I'll just nuke this guy so I take less damage and get a little mushroom. The Witch Weave does basically nothing. Let's hit this guy for 1. These Witch Weaves are pretty bad in my deck. Monster Train music is really good, yeah. In fact, I'm going to turn up my speakers. We're on Final Wave. We already win. Alright, cool. This ability seems really good. Like, it basically applied Decay free at the start of every turn, which is 9 damage at the end of each round. If you get into combat and you have multiple rounds, she just applies a ton of Decay. Like, the Decay is doing most of the damage. Okay, I have no idea what upgrade I'm going to go for. I actually have not really considered it enough on the major enhancement. I'm pretty sure it's not Ember. Although Ember for more deployment Ember is really nice, but I'm pretty sure it's not Ember. It could be space, so I have more space to put something in front of the Spore Launcher to keep him alive. But it also could be card draw, because we have a reasonably large deck, including 2 copies of this Spore Touch. Let's see what our cards are. Create an ephemeral copy of a spell in your hand. Not interested. Apply Decay equal to 5 times Sap. This is pretty interesting. I don't think I have that much Sap, though. Like, it's really hard for me to apply more than, like, 2 or 4 Sap. Really, I'm looking at about 2 Saps. This is, like, 10 Decay, which is okay, but not amazing. Lunar Cycle Staff? We cycle a lot. We do a lot of moon cycling. That on the... if I put that on the Astrologer and give him double strike, that's pretty reasonable. We also... Do we have another equipment, or did I not take it? I didn't take it because I had the Ember above it. Kind of difficult between these two. I don't really have enough way to apply Sap. If I had the other champion that applies Sap, then maybe this. I think we'll just take the Cycle Star. Cluster Kernel. See, Cluster Kernel, if I take Cluster Kernel, then Space, and then I put Cluster Kernel with the Spore Launcher, that's just insane. Prickly Puffball has the Calcified Ember and it's just worse than the Kernel, I think. Pretty sure it's just the Kernel. I think the Kernel is busted. So we go Kernel and then Space. Yeah, I think the Kernel is overpowered, honestly. Don't need healing. Don't really need Merchant of Magic. Don't really want... this side seems fine. We'll go here. What have we got? When a unit gains Decay, it gains +3 stacks. How's that different to what we have now? It's just +1 stack? That's kind of weak. Whereas this has Incant Spawn, which is incredibly good. That with the Spore Launcher is very good. The only problem is I don't know what Spore Singer 3 does. And it's possible that I'm going to get punished by not taking Spore Singer 2, because then I can't get Spore Singer 3. But the Everbloom does seem really strong, given that we have the Spore Launcher. He's going to apply Decay 4, which will then get increased by 2 up to Decay 6. And it's every time I cast a spell, I apply Decay 6. I think I have to go with this one. This seems really good. Train stopped in front of a fountain where angels once asked its waters for blessing. We can ask for power. +10 strike, apply corruption 20. That seems fantastic. Oh no, wait, hang on. Is Decay not corruption? What's corruption? I was thinking the corruption was Decay. I don't know what corruption is. How do I check what is corruption? I'm gonna have to Google this, honestly. I don't know what corruption does. Corruption is 1 damage, doesn't go down. Okay. That's not that exciting, honestly. That's like way better against us than against them. That's like worse than Decay, right? Because Decay is 3 damage. And yes, Decay goes down by 1 each turn, but that's still not that close. Summon a random unit from your deck. That one's not bad. We could put that on like the Astrologer. Although our turn 1, we have like what, 4 deployment Ember. We're gonna go Madam Lion's main cluster kernel and Spore Launcher, and that's my turn 1. Add melee weakness and spell weakness on strike. I think we should take power, but I actually don't like any of these that much. The issue is if I put the power on Astrologer, is that going to fill him up? Because if I had a guy with 2 upgrades, I could put a 3rd upgrade on him with this. And the astrologer is like second line as well. After they've got through Lion's Mane. Maybe I just skip. The Dominion's Eye is not great for me. It's not horrible though. The main thing I'm spending Ember on is when I redraw minions and want to play them. Yeah, it just takes up his other upgrade slot, and I kind of need him to have moons. I kind of need him to have multi-strike. So I could put it on someone else. I could put it on Cluster Colonel, or I could put it on Shades Guard. I'll put it on the Shades Guard. I'm not sure about this though. I didn't love that one. Units get an extra upgrade slot. Well. Punished for sequencing again. I would have bought... I could have bought that and put it on the astrologer. I mean, I like this. I like this quite a lot, honestly. The extra upgrade slots are really good. Twin Mines. Create a permanent copy of the first consume card played in each battle. So I could stack gooey flasks, or... That's kind of it. I just get a bunch of gooey flasks. I have a proliferate, right? I could make more proliferates. When you play 3 different kinds of card. That one I'm not that into. Although it's easier to do with blights, right? Blight is one of the 3 types of card. I'm definitely getting this. This one seems really good. I think I'm getting this as well. I think both of those seem excellent. Penitent Prayer Stone. The healing thing, the Circle of Cycles, means that I could maybe handle a Penitent Prayer Stone on each floor. Although it is real sketchy. How badly do I need this 150 gold? I need this 150 gold quite badly, I think. I could definitely... I might regret this, though. This one could end up punishing me super hard. Alright, so we're doing her, him, and Colonel. Colonel, I guess, goes in the middle. This heals the lowest health. Okay, so that will heal this guy. Maybe I should have played the Shade Guard instead of the Colonel, because the Colonel might die. Why does he have 10 armor? Does he just come with 10 armor naturally? Is that just a thing that is on the Cluster Colonel? I just want to go look at the Cluster Colonel real quick. Oh, he just has 10 armor. I didn't even know he had 10 armor. Interesting. The Shade Guard might be better than the Colonel. No, the Colonel makes this floor insane. That's way more likely to win us the battle. Alright, so we got the Cycle Staff, which I would like to play. This guy's only going to take 9. I have to decide if I'm going to Spore Touch this dude, or if I'm going to Spore Touch one of these Prayer Stones. I suppose maybe they have to move... I guess maybe they move up before the resolve happens? Because how does this guy only take 9? If I'm going to summon 4 fun guys and give him a bunch of decay, how is he only taking 9? I'm pretty concerned about these Prayer Stones as well. We definitely might take a bunch of damage. Ooh, I drew the Astrologer. That's kind of good. Let's put him up here to buy him some more time. I have to see how this sequencing goes. No, he did take a bunch of decay. He didn't take the damage from it though. The decay happens at the end of the round and then he is assigned more decay. Okay, sure. So he's basically dead. He's gonna die on his own. I don't need to worry about him. This has incant sap, but we have incant summon a guy. I think I'm gonna play this one at least. I'm okay with the sap to get the extra fun guy. I definitely want to play this meddler. So I guess he goes up here. He just instantly dies to spikes? Maybe I don't play him then. Let's get the spear steward out. I need more damage on these spikes. And then I actually think I would like this guy to not hit me next turn. So I'm going to try and kill him. Okay, this seems alright. We can't really fight on middle floor at all. Alright, Infectory is huge. Definitely playing that. I think we're going to try and... I didn't draw a deal 1, sadly. I was hoping I'd draw a deal 1 to finish that guy off. Let's try and work on this prayer stone. Let's try and get this out of here. Proliferate would give me another troop. I think I prefer doing it here to give this more decay. Try and get rid of this quicker. And then we're gonna gooey flask here. I believe this champion is just very, very strong. We don't want to play cards into this guy. Let's get the Shade Guard here. We are New Moon. That's what he wants. Okay, so we're going to stay New Moon. Oh, actually, I have no choice. I'd like to heal the Astrologer. Doesn't seem like a way to heal the Astrologer. I'm going to descend this dude so the Astrologer takes less damage. Yeah, that seems pretty good. The Astrologer should be healing every turn anyway from the moon cycle. We'll definitely play a meddler. We also want it to be New Moon, is that right? Yeah, we want it to be New Moon, so we'll leave that. There's actually no reason to play anything, really. I'll just heal this guy for 1. Sure, I'll jam a Spear Good, why not? And then these do nothing, really? Yep, they do basically nothing. We do have this Moon Staff, right, that gets buffed every moon cycle. So I should be trying to moon cycle as much as possible. So I will activate this now for another moon cycle. And we already win the battle, so yeah, nothing to be done. And I have a lot of sap on my guys. Is he applying sap? I guess he applies sap every turn, because I have a million sap. Coach likes this game? Coach does like this game, yeah. Shigiri Death Cap. Summon, apply Decay 7 to enemy units. This seems pretty in keeping with what we're doing. Deal 20 damage, apply Decay 10 to all units. This is super good, but it comes with the Ember. I don't really have space for the Death Cap. I'm already using all of my floor space. I suppose you don't have to play him on the bottom. I'd much rather have this Pox. Even if it comes with a Calcified Ember, I'd much rather have this Pox. Consume, create an ephemeral copy of a spell in your hand, not interested. Grant friendly units conjure 5, not interested. Moon Cycle triggers an additional time. Okay, I'm in for Mooncaller. That sounds pretty good. Which way are we going? To the right? Yes, I want Merchant of Steel. I want every chance I can get to find a Smidge Stone. Rally, apply regen. Yeah, this guy's really good. I mean, I don't have room is the problem, but if I can get a Smidge Stone, or if we go for space upgrade again, put this guy on the bottom, that kind of fixes our healing problem. So this one I think is too strong to skip on. Smidge Stone, let's go. Insane, it's over. Definitely Smidge Stone in this Spore Launcher. It's such a huge upgrade. What does Large Stone do? If we Large Stone and Smidge Stone, how much is our guy's size? 1? That's kind of insane. That's kind of sweet. That's pretty tempting, I'm not gonna lie. That might be the play, honestly. I have Gravity. I do have Gravity. I can descend units. That's true, yeah. That is true. I can just use Gravity to bypass the space. It is obviously easier if you have the Smidge Stone, but yes, you are right. I'm just gonna Large Stone the Spore Launcher, I think, and then I'm probably gonna copy him because it's so strong, right? Like this card is insane now. Get some of these on each floor. Yeah, I'm gonna copy this guy. Probably just the once for now, but I might copy him later. I would like to Heartstone the Cluster Kernel. Make him less likely to die to random bullshit. And I'd like to purge this Calcified Ember. And then do we want regen? I'm not that invested in putting random regen on some guy. This doesn't feel like that big a deal. Yeah, I'm not that invested in this. Alright, let's have a look at the alcove. Cluster of 3 large crystals containing Entropy's strange powers forces the train to stop. The first crystal is heavy, the second crystal is weightless, the third crystal is growing at an incredible pace. Upgrade a spell to gain triple stack. That's pretty powerful. Permanently gain Permafrost Reserve, permanently gain magic power. Upgrade a spell to cost -4. Imagine having a spell that -4 is relevant on. I actually do have Pox. I could make Pox cost 0. This triple stack seems... I mean, this seems pretty good, right? Decay 30. Or put it on here. Make it 0 cost with Spell Chain, apply Decay 6. There's so many good options. Like, the Gooey Flask is insane as well. What else can we do? Spell Power. This one I'm not that in... Like, I could put this on Pox. And then we could just try and draw Pox and reserve it over and over. That's, like, pretty reasonable. I don't think it's going to be better than the triple stack, though. The triple stack is really hard to decide where to put it, though. There's so many good options. I could put it here and then start copying this card. I think putting it here makes the most sense. Or... Oh, man, it's actually really difficult. These have Consume is the thing. But I can copy them because of my upgrade. Then I can do the same with this. But how many 0 cost apply Decay 12? This is effectively 0 cost to apply Decay 12. Because of the spell chain. What's the downside? We get Entropic Crystals. Entropic Crystals are pretty bad for me. Where are we at? How much longer do we have to grow this spell? Like 4 more battles? 3 more realistically. Yeah, I don't think it's ever this. I think it's always Heavy Crystal if it's anything at all. It's probably Heavy Crystal here. Although sap 6 is so much sap. And again, because we have the ability to copy because of our pyre. I think I'm going to put it here. Maybe, honestly, it might just be better to have not taken the curse. Alright, once we... non-boss enemies get multi-strike. That's kind of terrifying. Once we beat the next boss, we're definitely going to have to take Ember. How much do I need 200 gold? And how much... 200 gold is obviously nice, but I don't feel like it's required here. But how bad is enemy boss units get multi-strike? We have a backup... We have a backup spore launcher in case the first one dies. I think it's okay. We do have to tank it, but we have the little mushroom to tank as well. So we deploy this guy, and this guy. Yeah, I need Ember. I need Ember badly. There's so much more that we want to deploy. I need to burn my stewards as well. Oh, these guys have Reanimate. Reanimate's kind of a counter to me. Alright, let's play this out. And... there isn't really anything else I want to do here. I guess we'll Spore Touch this guy. And then probably just play Proliferate. Gives us another fun guy as well. Yeah, that seems... that's a lot of Decay. That was a lot more Decay than I expected from just playing that one card. Alright, these guys will die to the Reanimate. We just probably... floor 2 is gonna be a bad floor to live on. What have we got? Incant Sap. We don't have to play spells here. This already looks fine. I definitely want to get the Amorous Enoki into this floor, but that's not a thing we can realistically do here. Astrologer, he's going to have to tank a bunch of hits though. Could we put him up here so he doesn't have to tank? Yeah, let's do that. Let's play the Astrologer, definitely the Mooncaller as well. Does this triggers Moon Cycle twice, right? But it doesn't actually make the Moon Cycle twice. It just means this will go off twice, and this should go off twice. I think that's how that works. Now, do I play the Enoki? I think I'm gonna Spore Touch this guy instead. Because of the sap, we're not gonna play another spell. We're just gonna pass. Do I care about sap? I care a little bit about sap, but not really. Like, my damage all comes from Decay, so I don't really care about sap. Ooh, can I kill this guy? Yes. We need to play this one. I think I'm just gonna Witch Weave this. Definitely want to play this Meddler. Although maybe we just get the Vengeful Shard. We don't have to play the Meddler. The Meddler's nice with the staff as well, though. It's only 1 pyre damage. Oh right, we have the versatile Ember Staff. This only gets +1. So this only triggers, this only affects the floor it's on, I guess. I thought this might just be a passive for the whole train, but I guess not. So far I'm not liking this game. I haven't found anything to say that was my nickname in college. Yeah, that is disappointing, you're right. We'll just play a Spore Launcher middle, I guess. He's got 80 hit points, so he'll be fine. Put a Spear Steward behind him. I think I don't care about sap, so let's do this to get Decay triggers. I think the mushroom people are just the best clan. They seem really easy to break. This guy in particular, this guy just does way too much. The spore launcher just kills everything. Like, it's an absurd card. I don't even want to play these gooey flasks. So I probably won't. I could just send one of these guys. In fact, I should just send this spore launcher. Yeah, we should put him in here as well, and then when the boss comes out, it'll die instantly. The boss actually doesn't die. That is surprising to me. I guess because of his Titan skin. Well, we haven't even played any cards yet, so obviously we can still do some things. Definitely want the Infectory. And now he's dead. That's all it took to make him die, was the Infectory. Basically, we just needed one spawn and he was dead. This versatile Ember Staff has also been really good. This room has also been a lot better than I thought it was going to be, the Infectory. I thought it was going to be much worse than the Grow Room, but now I think it's a lot better. Fun guy in a suit. Fun guy in a suit is okay. I would take it if it didn't have the Ember, but with the Ember I don't want it. Inhale's fine. Could just take a second Pox. I think second Pox is honestly going to be the best. Or just gold. Maybe gold was correct. Consume phase to new moon. Apply +5 attack and stealth 1 to friendly units. This is really good actually, but it comes with an Ember that I just don't want. Gain 1 phase to full moon. Sure. I mean, I don't know if I want to draw this, is the problem. Phase X times apply 1x conduit. That's kind of interesting, actually. Conduit isn't that exciting for my build, but phase is quite exciting for my build. It's not great, though. Honestly, I might just take this one because, like, phasing is decent and it costs 0. Which triggers the incant. So I'm probably going to take that one. I could have just taken nothing, though. Ooh, unlock the Lazarus League. Mix in powers of the mad scientists and their dangerous experiments. Their power over life and death will lead to victory. And if it doesn't, you can always use the pieces they leave behind. Alright, cool. I'm excited about new clan. Copy a card. Pyre remains that we don't want. And a Merchant of Magic. How good is the Merchant of Magic? I would upgrade... Poxes? Yeah, I'd upgrade Poxes. I might copy like some cards because you can do that with the Merchant of Magic, but otherwise I think you can do it with Merchant of Trinkets as well. Yeah, I don't think the Merchant of Magic's that great. I think remove 2 and Merchant of Trinkets will probably be better. Like, these Witch Weaves are terrible in my deck, like really bad. Also the Train Stewards are horrible in my deck. But am I going to regret missing out on a chance to upgrade spells? I won't get another chance to upgrade spells. Spells aren't really that important to me, though. Let's go this way. If there's a good trinket, then this is going to be way better. When a unit dies to decay, their decay is spread among enemy units. There was indeed a good trinket. Is there a stat on who redeems the first award the most? There is not, sadly. However, I can tell you that Janka, Kenny, Black Razor, these are the 3 people who most often redeem it, I'm pretty sure. Like, Janka and Kenny, I think, are the top 2. Spells get an extra slot. Yeah, Janka redeems it almost always. When you play a spell, spells in hand that cost less are reduced to 0. That's pretty good. If I play Pox, it makes everything else cost 0. It's not that exciting though. World-ending strain is great. Lightstone casing is good, but I think not good for this run. I think card duplicator might be the best. What would I duplicate though? I might just make more spore launchers. They're just so strong. Or more of these spore touches with triple upgrade. This triple upgraded spore touch is huge. Yeah, let's make a triple upgraded spore touch. And then let me leave and do purge and then consider if I want to purge some more. I believe the spear stewards are the worst. So I've got more purge potentially, or I could reroll and look for another artifact. I don't think I like the split anvil enough. I'm gonna reroll. Fun guy gets +2 per troop, or whatever. First time each turn it becomes full moon, gain 1. That's just an extra ember basically. On deployment, draw a room from your deck, reduces cost to 0. Both of these are really good, and I can't afford both. The Infectory has actually been a huge deal. So it's the only room I have, so I'm guaranteed to draw it. And make it cost 0. That's kind of a big deal. Each time it becomes full moon, gain an ember. I have 3 meddlers to switch. 3 meddlers and moonrise. But I don't know if the ember's as useful. I think having the room guaranteed on turn 0 is too good. Yeah, Janka regularly comes in, drops the first, and then lurks. Okay, so we're definitely playing this. I assume we're just doing the same thing as always. Although maybe, is it better to play 2 spore launchers? Nah, it's got to be better to get the cluster kernel into play, because that triggers this guaranteed. The downside is that if I draw a 2-size guy, I can't play it because this guy's going to guarantee I have mushroom in play, so I can't get the Enoki into play. But once we gain more ember, that'll be fixed. And we should be able to gain more ember after beating this guy. I mean, this corruption is annoying, but we will put, because of the incant spawn, we'll have mushroom to eat the ember. We're definitely doing this. We need to try and set it up so the mushroom eats the embers. Embers? What am I talking about? Corruption. It needs to eat the corruption. I'm doing 333 to the boss on turn 1. That's pretty good. I still don't think I have enough. I don't think the fun guy are tanky enough still. These are basically irrelevant. They're just making more fun guys, so I might as well hit the boss with them. Okay. Now it looks like the troop will die to the corruption, which is what I was looking for. Trying to decide if I get this meddler out now. I think so. Let's see why not. Seems pretty good. Oh no. The corruption... Ah, nice. Because they die, it spawns a troop because of the room, and then that takes the infection, the corruption. That is actually really good. Sadly, our meddler is dead. There's no way for us to save him. Although the boss looks like he's going to die on like turn 3. That's pretty strong. I think this champion is way too good. This, and it's also Spore Launcher. Spore Launcher is broken. I'm just going to hit this guy. Oh, Pox is all units. I'm really glad that I did that here and didn't wipe out my entire floor by accident. Because I definitely would have wiped out my floor by accident. That for sure would have happened. I would not have realized that Pox was all units, and I would have definitely cast it on my own unit. This also makes me like Pox a lot less. Kind of don't want the Poxes anymore. So the boss is going to die this turn? Cool. There's 5 waves remaining. Alright, GG. Yeah, Decay might be too good. That's my current theory. Honestly, it might be incorrect to win this quickly, because I can't farm my Moonstaff anymore. 8-turn boss rush. That is a serious boss rush. Tome of Evergrowth. What is the ability? Apply regen and sap. It's kind of whatever. Consume and restore 20 health to friendly units. Healing over max. Applies armor. I like this card. This card sounds pretty good. And we decided we were going to take Ember. This run feels like it's going to be incredibly easy. Alright, let's see what the next champion upgrade is. We can get, when a unit gains Decay, it gets an extra stack, or Etch Spawn 2. What is Etch? Etch triggers when a card is consumed on this floor. How many consumes do we do? We've got Gooey Flask. We've got Moonrise. We have Proliferate. We don't have Pox because we're not playing that anymore on those floors. We don't have that many consumes. Wait, does an ephemeral card have consume? It says purges when played. I don't know if that means it has consume. These have consume. The +1 stack is guaranteed, but the Spawn 2... The Spawn 2 is basically, every time I do that, I'm going to get an additional... I'm going to have, like, at least one Shroom Launcher. So, like, 8 Decay. I think I should just go with Spore Singer. But I also don't think it matters. I think either way, we're going to have just disgustingly large amounts of Decay. Equalizing Rings costs 0. Interesting. How good is Equalizing Rings? Seems not great. It's okay on a Spore Launcher. It's not that big a deal though. And it doesn't combo, we can't do the combine. It doesn't combo with the other equipment. Meat Shield could combine with Lunar Cycle Staff. And then do I want to re-roll? Fire Heart unlocked. Firer's Greed. When your fire takes damage, gain 10. That's pretty good combo with Vengeful Shards. You just don't play your Vengeful Shards. Let's go to the alcove and then we'll make a decision. The Inkwell Portal. Okay, sure. What do we got? Friendly units gain Conduit 1 on Slay. That's pretty powerful. -1 Ember, draw 2 cards. No, thank you. Start the turn, apply Dazed 1 to the front enemy unit on a random floor. These are just extremely high upside. There's like no downside here. There's all bangers. This one, I guess, has a little bit of downside, which honestly we might be able to afford. Given that we have these Spore Touches, it might honestly be the draw 2 cards. It put us back to 3 Ember though. But I have this to gain Ember. How does the Leaky Pen interact with my deployment phase though? Alright, let's try the Leaky Pen. And then I'm going to purge. I could happily purge all the Witch Weaves and both the Shield Stewards. So I'm going to purge both the Shield Stewards and then I guess I'm out of money. So I'd rather do the purge than rerolls. Okay, what are we doing? Mark of Invasion. I believe Mark of Invasion shouldn't be a problem. It does force us, it'll force us to deploy a Spore Launcher on the top floor. 400 gold in exchange. 400 gold is a pretty big deal. So we're gonna go this. It does actually give us -1 Ember on the deployment phase. I think we have to do this to deal with the Mark of Invasion. But then I suppose I'll put the Enoki down here. Man, this might be a huge punt not to have just played. Might have been a huge punt not to have just done ignore Mark of Invasion. Play my standard build. We will put this here. Will we? I have to draw the cluster kernel pretty quickly. No, if I play this, then when I make the first mushroom, I won't be able to play cluster kernel anymore. So we'll put this up here instead. Alright, let's see how much I regret my decision. It's already full moon. Okay, well I need to summon a unit here. So let's put the astrologer in the lane. That's them dealt with. I am taking a bunch of damage though. So I need to work out how to keep this guy alive next turn. The cycling should help with that. And we need to put something here. I think we can put Meddler. Put Meddler, get Shroom, still have 2 room for the cluster kernel. We can also then Moonrise back to full moon and get some energy. Oh, wait, why didn't we spawn? Oh, because we're silenced? Ooh, this guy's a beating against me. Yeah, that guy's a big beating. That turns off my my rally as well. This guy is really good against me. We should play this, but I'm not sure if we put it on the bottom guy or the top guy. I think the bottom guy. Yeah, this guy's nasty against me. If we ever draw the kernel, we have to play him immediately. This looks fine. This is not so fine. I'd like to try and prevent this happening. I would very much like to keep my guy alive. First thing we can do is this. That should heal this guy. Doesn't help him enough. Then I guess we'll put a meddler in front and see if that helps. That's still not enough. Okay, that is enough. He's now saved. And we'll do this. It also heals this dude. We are not silenced on the bottom. Okay, so we've saved against the Mark of Invasion. We're not silenced on the bottom. So we can just jam these things. Wait, what's this? Okay, I actually don't want to, I really don't want to trigger that. So I'll just use this to heal. Yeah, I don't want to trigger these guys having more damage, because then my spore launcher takes more. This Infectory has been fantastic. Still no cluster kernel, sadly. Kill that guy. We'll get the Mooncaller up here. Maybe I should just play the Tidal Turning. No, I don't want to play any spells into that guy. Kind of can't play anything. Well, there's like no... I guess we can do this. There isn't much advantage to playing any of my cards, though. Yep. Looks like we're just ending turn. We probably have to play these Entropic Crystals. We're silenced again. This is Ascend. Don't want to do that really. We're going to get a meddler out. Put the meddler up here. I think we just activate him as well. And let's kill this one. It looks like we need help with these big guys. So let's add some decay to them. Alright, we didn't manage to get our Shade Guard into play either. So that's okay. The Cluster Kernel is the only thing we absolutely have to play. We've been doing pretty well considering we don't have the Cluster Kernel. It seems like he is not actually a requirement. There he is. Let's play this first. That's basically my turn, is just these two. Which means the Entropic Crystals goes off. That's fine. Like, getting the Cluster Kernel into play is too important. And then we'll just manipulate. This guy dies in 2 turns. Yeah, this is fine. I think we've taken too many curses in this run. But also I think our basic game plan is so strong that it doesn't really matter. Yeah, these costing 1 instead of 0. What a beating. I really hope we're not silenced on the final floor, like on the boss fight. We are not silenced. I assume we just win? Yeah, we just win. So we really don't need to do anything. We should switch the phases because we have this staff that upgrades. Is there anything else worth playing? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, nothing else really does anything. Alright, cool. This Infector is so good. Truffles comes with a calcified ember. I love you, Truffles, but not if you come with a calcified ember. Apply Decay 8 and Sap 2. Add a copy of this card to your discard pile. This seems pretty on par with what we're doing. No ember, please. This is okay. This is an interesting card. I don't think any of I think these are probably just this draft might be better than a 10 gold, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close to being worse than 10 gold. I think it might just be worse than 10 gold. We've got a Merchant of Steel or a Merchant of Arms. The Merchant of Arms is worse than the Merchant of Steel, but the remove 2 and the copy way better than the healing and the money. I mean, healing and money. Merchant of Steel I would use to upgrade pretty much just the Cluster Kernel. Alright, let's go this way. I might even copy the Cluster Kernel. He's so good. Let's just remove a couple of Witch Weaves. Although having a 0-cost spell for triggering the incant is not bad. A Spell Sanctum spells cost -1. That is pretty powerful. I could put that on the middle floor. It costs 3 though, which is a beating. But I could put that on the middle floor and then just not put minions on the middle floor and use it as my Pox floor. That's kind of tempting, honestly. Let's see what's in the Merchant of Trinkets. Draw 1 each turn per 25 cards in your deck. Let's just draw 1. Shrooms gain regen on harvest. That seems pretty good. These guys are all shrooms. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. Don't care about this. I'll take draw another card. That sounds good. I don't think we're buying the Spell Sanctum. I think we can do better. When you draw any non-champion, its cost is randomized in 0 and 3. Nope. Start a turn fully healed champions. On turn, start spawn 1 on each floor per 20 cards in your deck. That's really good. This is really good as well, I think. She should be fine, actually. We shouldn't need this. Maybe we'll do card duplicator with our final money. So I'm going to copy either another one of these Spore Touches, or I'm going to just copy another guy. Like another Cluster Kernel, so I can do Cluster Kernel plus Spore Launcher on 2 floors. Kind of tempting. Or just another Spore Launcher. This guy's just so good. I'm just going to make another Spore Launcher. And then I'm going to purge another Witch Weave, because my deck is massive. I feel like we're pretty strong. The previous boss that started in play, we managed to kill 8 turns early. So I'm not sure. I'd be very surprised if we struggled with this guy. Yeah, we have enough to deploy all of these on the same floor now. It's just so good. Oh, sweep enemies? Oh dear. This is really bad. I have like no damage as well. I'm really lucky I drew this gravity. Man, this is actually a big problem. These sweep enemies are incredibly good against my build. Why am I taking so much damage here? These guys do 12 each, that's 24. This guy has 36 and he's currently dying. Oh, because of melee weakness. So the first hit is 24. Oh my god. Yeah, I think if I didn't draw this gravity, I might just be dead. Let's get one of these nerds out of here. That saves. It doesn't save my Amorous Enoki, though. Oh, that's such a beating. None of my cards actually do damage straight up, so I can't kill any. That was like one of the few cards I have that actually does damage. Honestly, my best bet might just be to jam as many decays onto the boss as possible before my champion dies. Because my champion might actually die pretty soon. Let's get the Meddler into play. Because then we can use the switch next turn to heal one of these dudes. But yeah, these sweep enemies are terrifying. This turn, after this turn, the melee weakness will be gone. So we're less likely to just get instant killed by a sweep. What's up, Jeffrey? Yeah, if I had not drawn gravity on turn 1, I might have just been dead. Yeah. After turn 1, it's not so bad. Like, we have the regen, so after turn 1, the sweeps, we take the hit, but then we survive. But turn 1, we just wiped our floor, and without the champion, we never win. That's how we apply infinite decay. So that was real scary. Where should I put my Spore Launcher? I guess I'll put him middle so I have a chance to put him to make him go down. If I draw the right card. And yeah, those sweep enemies were absolutely brutal. It's the sweep plus the melee weakness. I guess he can come down and apply melee weakness again. But I think if he comes down to the bottom, we'll just put enough decay on him that we win, regardless. We're going to win New Moon. Let's phase this to New Moon. Kind of have to play this. It's so expensive. Then if we play... We can't play two different spells. We can't get the Versatile Ember Staff to trigger. Oh, this gives me another Ember, doesn't it? So if we do that, then we can play the equipment, which will trigger the staff. I will put the equipment on my champion to make it more likely she doesn't get insta-killed. Because if that ever happens, it's real bad. Yeah, pretty sure we're fine from here. It was just that first turn that was real scary. Also because the boss happened to go bottom floor immediately. Now I just want the boss to go bottom floor. So then we probably just kill him. Yeah, so now I just spam spells here. I actually don't have that many spells I can play this turn, which is sad. If I play the Vengeful Shard... This is probably still the best play. The boss has 1,399 decay. Do I just win now? Does the boss just die at the end of the turn? Not quite. It's getting close though. Oh, it's 399 decay, 1 sap. Okay, that makes more sense. Let's try and keep our mushroom alive. How are we looking? Boss is dead? Alright, cool. GG, I guess. Yeah. That was, I mean, yeah, that was really close actually, because if we'd lost our champion on turn 1, I don't know if we would have been able to stack enough decay. We would have lost basically the whole bottom floor on turn 1. But because we didn't, we won easily. Bogworm's Growth. Permanently add 1 space to a random floor after each battle. That's cool. That's a very cool effect. I like that one. Although the one that gives you 10 gold when you take damage, kind of feel like that one is going to be sweet. I'm going to try that out. We've unlocked a bunch of stuff here because we should unlock the second Shroom champion, and we've unlocked a new clan. So I think we've unlocked a ton of stuff here. Enemy units propagate 4. Add a copy of this to your discard pile. That's extremely powerful. When a unit has a 3rd unique status, propagate 2. Also very good. Lunacan, Flan 5. Celestial Storm. Deal 10 damage to enemy units. Full Moon attuned. Pretty powerful. 10 is pretty low number though. Celestial Sails. On deployment phase, draw a non-damage spell from your deck. It costs -1. Okay. And Arduin. The alternate champion for this clan. That's very exciting. You beat your friend. Covenant rank on Underlegion win 7. Pablo's best 6. Haha, get wrecked, Pablo. Covenant rank 8. Enemies are stronger. That's a pretty big upgrade. Enemies are stronger seems like a... I don't know how much stronger they're going to be, but that's going to be a big deal for sure. Alright, there we go. This champion felt absolutely busted. Like, this champion felt completely broken. Like, just super strong. I don't know how you It's just so much damage. Like, she just applied so much decay. Alright. See you guys in the next one.